Number 6. It can be difficult to achieve cooperation even when it is mutually beneficial. This is illustrated in the prisoner's dilemma. Imagine two men have been arrested for a crime and are being held in separate prison cells. Each man is given a pair of options: confess or remain silent. This can lead to 3 possible outcomes. In the first, one confesses and acts as a witness against the other, who remains silent. The prisoner who confesses gets a light sentence, while the other is punished severely. The second possible outcome is that both men confess to the crime. They will both be punished, but not severely. The final outcome is that both remain silent and are set free due to a lack of evidence. This is clearly the best outcome for the prisoners, but it is unlikely to happen. The risk that the other man might confess is likely to cause them both to confess to the crime. As a result, the 2 prisoners will end up with punishments that could have been avoided if they had cooperated and both remained silent.
Number 7. Any species that is unintentionally caught by commercial fishermen in addition to their target is referred to as bycatch. Such species may include dolphins, marine turtles, and seabirds. Certain regulations exist that are meant to reduce bycatch. For example, in some countries it is illegal for fisheries to sell bycatch or even bring it onto land. However, this often results in commercial fishermen simply throwing dead or dying animals back into the sea. These discarded fish amount to about 7 million metric tons, approximately 8% of the global catch per year. Although completely eliminating bycatch would be very difficult, some simple steps can be taken to help prevent it. For example, fisheries can switch to more selective fishing gear and adjust the scope of their fishing practices.
Number 8. When a speaker implies something, a different meaning than the one that was intended may be inferred. For instance, a person may try to suggest that he doesn't receive enough positive feedback at work by saying that his work is undervalued. However, if the person isn't more specific, a listener may infer that he is trying to suggest that he feels his salary is too low. In order to avoid such miscommunications, specific language should be used to express one's intention, and listeners should ask questions to clarify the intent if necessary. Implications and assumptions can be made not only from words, but also from actions. Think about a situation in which a supervisor walks past some laughing employees and assumes they are making fun of him or her. Meanwhile, the employees may be laughing at an unrelated joke and have absolutely no negative intentions towards their supervisor.
Number 9. Tooth decay is caused by the bacteria that live in dental plaque. These bacteria convert sugars present in particles of food into lactic acid, which damages teeth and can cause them to decay if they are not regularly cleaned. But oral hygiene is important for more than just your teeth and gums. A great deal of research has revealed a connection between decayed teeth and heart disease. The bacteria in dental plaque can create blood clots in the arteries. When the masses are released into the bloodstream, they can give rise to heart attacks. Also, the formation of plaque leads to chronic inflammation of the gums and blood vessel walls. This inflammation in turn leads to unhealthy arteries. So, when people with severe tooth decay suddenly feel pain in their chest or left arm, they might be having a heart attack. Because of these serious cardiovascular problems, the signs and symptoms of tooth decay should not be ignored.
Number 10. It is commonly believed in financial sectors that an improved growth rate will lead to a decrease in poverty levels. Therefore, governments seeking to eliminate poverty will often focus on economic growth, resorting to desperate measures in order to rapidly inject more capital into the economy. Unfortunately, these short-sighted methods often end up achieving little in terms of poverty reduction. Even when growth rates soar to record heights, it is still possible for poverty rates to continue to rise. Higher employment rates don't necessarily lead to a reduction in poverty either, as a low-paying job may not be enough to fulfill a household's basic financial needs. Without a uniform distribution of income to reduce income inequality and increase average disposable income, strategies for poverty reduction are doomed to failure. Despite this, many people seem unable to understand why high economic growth rates don't always cause a decline in poverty.